Good morning. How y'all doing out there? I'm back. Okay, I want to come talk to y'all about Oprah Winfrey and Loni Love. My commentary about these two is dealing with race for both of them and my disdain for their behavior. So let's start with Oprah Winfrey, who is clearly just showing us that she hates black men, number one, right? But furthermore, that she does not care about black people in general, and is so far up the white man's ass that she's probably the one who keeping their heart going. Okay, so anyway, this bootlicker had the nerve. This coon Oprah had the nerve to do a doc on Michael Jackson, who was proven innocent. Right, he was proven innocent of the charges that were filed against him. And on top of that, the two supposed victims who had been the plaintiffs for those charges have came out and stated that Michael was actually the victim, a victim of greed, because their parents lied and coerced them into making the claims against him. And furthermore, this man is deceased. Like, Oprah has just violated all sense of morality and decency that she would spit on a deceased man's grave, an innocent deceased man's grave that was her friend. But I guess her friendship with black men don't matter, because she was also friends with Russell Simmons and Bill Cosby and no, oh yeah, R. Kelly as well. Because I believe R. Kelly even film. He could believe he could find her show or something. Anyway, I know they got some affiliation and they know each other, right? So you have no problem with condemning these men for what they have been accused of, and you have no problem putting money and resources in your name behind um, the allegations that have been made against them. Yet she has friends like Harvey Weinstein. You got Epstein, you got Donald Trump, you have Louis C.K. Even though Louis C.K., okay, his is minor, because to me what Louis C.K. did was like, whatever, like, no, that's nothing he should have lost his career over. But I'm just still saying, you have these white men, like the guy from House of Cards who raped a 14-year-old boy. Like, you have this circle of these white men who are supposedly your friend. Well, I guess they're your real friends in her mind, because she's protecting them. You have not come out to condemn them, to speak out against them. You haven't threw no money behind their victims to give their victims a voice. But yet you claim, oh, you just want to give these women a voice of sexual assault, these white women a voice and a platform to share their stories. You were a victim yourself. Yet those black African girls that were in your school in Africa who were being sexually assaulted and abused and neglected, you ain't gave them no voice. You ain't did no doc on that. So is it that black victims' voices don't deserve to be heard, but white ones do? Is it that black man crimes, which are already magnified and who are already demonized and who already lied on, um, they deserve to have a light shined on them, but these white men who are guilty of the same crime, will have been accused of the same crimes or worse, um, they get a free pass? Like, what's really going on with you? So I understand that Oprah's bread and butter comes from white women. No problem. And you can appease your bread and butter. But that does not equate or mean that you have to attack, demean, belittle, or separate yourself from your own, sweetheart. Like, okay, yeah, I guess you hate black men. Like, you hate them that much because, as we see, she's with a woman, so she clearly don't like men. But do you hate them? Black men specifically, because these are the only men who you are targeting, and I guess you can only use them as a come up, because Stedman, yeah, that's a black man that you ain't throwing under the bus, but you just using him for your image and to portray an image that is false because you're with Gail. So she just feels that black men are just to be used and abused at her hands, and she's full of shit. I do not like her. I no longer support her, and she need to be careful, because you know what? Wow, Oprah is saying, okay, let me bootleg my puppet masters who love to portray black men in negative light. I'll do their dirty work for them because she, like, come on, Oprah ain't dumb. You have to know that they only using and were using you to do this because they didn't want to look extra dirty by them as white men attacking these black men. So they used one of our own against us. You're a sellout. And then you allow yourself to be used by them to do this to your own when they don't give a damn about you either. Chick, are you serious? Like, they've already put her in her place. They was putting her in her place when she went to those stores and they would not allow her to come in and stuff like that. Like, they already letting you know they don't give a damn about you. So you think that since you got all this money now and that you run in a circles that these old rich white men running, that you're not one of us, that you're somehow better than us and fuck us, basically. And you want to be far up their ass when they do not care about you, sweetheart. They do not. You're still just N-word to them. Just an N-word with money. That's it. That they will come after and take at any time that they want to. And that's the sad thing. Like, they have shown that time and time again. So I don't understand why Oprah is just like, maybe in her deluded mind, maybe she doesn't think that she's black. Maybe she don't know she's black anymore. Maybe she really thinks that she's white. So she ain't getting it or something. But it's just sad and it's pathetic and I do not like her. And she need to be careful because guess what? Even outside of the fact that they just using you and will come after your money too, eventually and one day. The thing is, black people, we are the ones who push the culture. We are what decides every other race on the world likes whatever we like. Well, whatever we say is cool, legit, or whatever, that's what they jump on, regardless to their dislike of us, regardless to us supposedly not having a voice or our voices trying to be silenced. They follow and make bigger whatever we make hip. You get what I'm saying? So truthfully, the reason why you had to pull out of that dock, right, because that's the other thing, you was lying all over the place. 1 minute, oh, well, Russell, I pulled out because Russell was pressuring me. Then the next minute, Russell didn't pressure me. Oh, I pulled out because the young lady's stories wasn't adding up and I needed more evidence or information. And then the next minute, I believe these women and I want to support them and give them a voice. Like, you jumping all over the place with why you pulled out. I already know what the truth is of why you pulled out. You pulled out because black people got on your ass. So them white people was like, oh, well, if black people don't fuck with Oprah no more, then we won't either. That's why you pulled out. You pulled out because, right, the public seen you for what you were. So when black people start saying Oprah is doing all this bullshit to her own, white people also start looking at you like, oh, well, they said fuck Oprah, so I guess we need to detach from Oprah. That's why your ass pulled out. So the fact that, okay, y'all celebrities, some of y'all, because right, this is not all of my people. I'm gonna say majority of my people, celebs are not sellouts, right? But in Hollywood, in the celebrity world, y'all ones that choose to be sellouts and stuff. It's one thing to be like, okay, well, it's the majority of the white people who have the funds to be able to come to my concerts and buy the backstage passes and buy my products, my merchandise and stuff like that. But it is still us black people who back you are on that has elevated you there because it was us who first said you're a dope person that made white people say, oh, okay, they cool, they hot, we like them, we want them for ourselves. But then you want to shit on us. So just because we're, or no, some of us or the majority of us are an oppressed people and do not have the financial means to splurge money on you like that, we still are the reason why you getting that bread and butter by these white people, whether that's endorsement deals or whether that's the college hippie little kids that's coming to your concerts, or whether that's the teenage little kids who buying your merch and coming to your concert. We're the ones who did that for you, okay? It's us. Remember that. But anyway, so Oprah had just done it for me. Like, I been done with her, but I'm just really done with her now. Like, girl, and the day is gonna come when they gonna come after you and behind you, right? Because that's the thing. Okay, she put on Tyler Perry, and she had put on Ayanna, wanted to control Ayanna, then knocked Ayanna off, right? And now she's kind of bringing Ayanna back the last, 4 years with the Fix My Life. And then Monique, though, you threw her on the bus with her bar. Like, you have a problem with black people in a sense. And I guess the only ones who you don't have a problem with is the ones that's willing to really kiss your ass and that can make you a lot of money. It has to come with that combination for you to rock with them, such as Tyler Perry, who was kissing your ass and who is a powerhouse to bring you in money, such as Ayanna, who initially was kissing your ass and was a powerhouse bringing you in money, and Lee Dan, I guess you kind of rock with. But it seems like if a black person can't put a lot of money in your pocket and ain't kissing your ass, then it's fucked them. And that's messed up. That's a messed up characteristic to have, because like Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, and these other people white people who you have put on, I don't care if they kissing your ass or not. They're not us, and you should not be doing your own like that. Flat out. And this hate or disdain that you have for black men and want to associate, and I'm gonna say black women as well, other than Gail. If it ain't Gail, you don't like them. That you want to disassociate yourself from, or feel that you're better than, or feel has to be up your butt. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And your fall, though, is going to come eventually, and we will not be there to pick you up. I'm speaking on behalf of the black community, the black delegation. They can have your ass, Be with them white people. And when they chew you up and spit you out, more power to them. Now, let me move on from Oprah. Oh, right, yeah, y'all. Boycott Oprah. Don't do nothing Oprah. Stop out your own. Okay, I know we love to have and have nots and stuff. Fuck her. Fuck her. It's just going to have to suffer. No, yeah. I don't want all them black actors to suffer just because I have a problem with her and Tyler Perry. Because I don't like Lee Daniels either. Right, look at that. The black people who she chooses to associate and deal with, not only do they kiss her ass and can make her hella money, but they also are other people who are coons, who are sellouts, who want to disassociate themselves from their own. Because I have a problem with Tyler Perry as well. Because Tyler Perry likes to depict black people in a negative light. Specifically, black women. He loves putting them in those horrible stereotypical roles, and he actually does the same for men as well. And him having that chick and that baby don't cover up the fact that he is gay. It don't cover that up for me. That ain't fooling me. Maybe y'all, but not me. And anyway, and Lee Daniels. Think of the role on Empire. I don't care if y'all like these shows or not, or even the characters. That doesn't matter to me. Look at the bigger picture of things. No, they are exploiting their own people. They are typecasting their own people. They are negatively spotlighting the black community, no matter how you look at it. That's what it is. I don't care if it's being real. I don't care if you can relate to certain things. It's still a better way to put that in film or put that on television than the way that Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry chooses to go about it. Plain and simple. So that's just how I feel about Oprah and her little gang. Let's move on to Loni Love. My issue with Loni Love is you done got with a white man and you lost your damn mind. She wants to, because I keep hearing consistently over the last few weeks, her constantly making these broad negative comments concerning black men. And I'm not rolling. I have a problem with it. Loni, you want to date a black man? Do that. I mean, a white man? Do that. Because I had this conversation with my mom about my issue with Loni. And my mother, wanted to shoot her some bail. And she said, well, Alicia, maybe she was just catching a lot of slack for being with a white man, which is why she just wanted to bring up a few reasons why she would not be interested in black men or issues that some black men have. I'm not rolling with that. I don't care. I would have preferred her to just come out and say, at one time, speak once, well, I'm dating a white man because race is not a factor for me. I didn't care that he was white. I felt the connection. He felt one too, so I chose to date him. You did not have to turn around and bash black men, because guess what? I am that same woman who feels black men, hey, if you want to date outside your race, that's fine. Don't bash black women to do it. It's not necessary, and it to me, it just shows insecurity, self-hate. When you do that, to me, you're telling me that you hate yourself, that you hate your mother, that you hate who you are, more so than it tells me you hating the actual race that you are attacking. So Loni could have just said that, but to go into saying, well, black men have a problem being faithful, they feel that they can cheat, black men, like, are you serious, chick? First off, men who are successful of any in every race, actually, kind of, well, some of them, not all, right? Let's not generalize, but any and every race of men, some of their successful men feel entitled and that they have the right to cheat. Okay? Cheaters is in every race, just like faithful people are in every race. So to try and broadly say as a black woman that this is an issue with black men, because that was the other thing that pissed me off. Them two of them girls, Adrian and Jeannie, was kind of about to check her and buck up against the stereotype and negative image she was trying to narrate, right? And then she wanted to hop in and bring up race and slavery. Like, I mean, she had already talked about race, but then she wanted to bring in slavery because now that boxes out Adrian and Jeannie. They would be treading real thin water to still try and come and buck up against what she said now that I'm through slavery on the table. You know what I'm saying? In which that's exactly what it did. It made them shut up. Like, oh, okay, this bitch done went into slavery. I ain't gonna let me shut up. And that pissed me off. Like, you little lame. You get what I'm saying? First off, slavery ain't got nothing to do with white man cheating, okay? Men of all races have been cheating before slavery, cheating during slavery, will cheat after slavery. Well, they probably wasn't cheating during slavery, but will cheat after slavery, okay? The, that has nothing to do with anything. So I did not appreciate that. That pissed me off about that chick. The other thing was the same thing that I tell black men. I'm about to tell her, the ones who do this. You cannot, and actually this is the same thing that I've told black women, and that I'm about to show her. You cannot take your bad experiences with a certain race that you dated and try and put that on the entire race of men or women. You can't do that. That is not right. You have to at some point take a look at yourself and say, okay, well, I've had 4 or 5 bum relationships. These were the issues that these men had. What's the one thing they had in common? They all had me in common. They all had you in common. That means that you're the one who chose that. And you have to look at yourself as a man or a woman and say, okay, I am choosing and are attracted and drawn to the wrong type of person. Not race. It's the wrong type of person. These are certain, whether it's you being shallow and only going off looks, or being materialistic, only going off wealth, or whatever it is. That's an issue with you and what you're choosing, not that entire race. Because guess what? You're going to find some gold digging women in any race. You're going to find some whole horse women in any race. You're going to find some bum men who want to live off you in any race. You're going to find some abusive men in any race. Stop trying to, Loni, stop doing that bullshit. Stop trying to put that on a whole race of black men. You chose some bad black men that you exposed yourself to. That was you. That ain't all black men. You ain't even dated all black men. You ain't even met all black men. You ain't not even half, not even 10% of the men you say. You stop coming with these broad positions. Then you as a black woman saying that on national television in front of a multiracial platform and audience to then reinforce their negative stereotypes that they already have against black men. Like, black men ain't already got a fucking bullseye on their back. Like, are you serious? And then you gonna sit up there and try and throw the whole entire race of black men under the bus? No, I'm not rolling with that. That's not acceptable. And then you've done it more than once. Like, girl, get on with yourself. Just because those men didn't treat you good, whether that's what you allowed or if that's what you was attracted to, you did that. Because that person, that's what it was. I think that you felt this caliber, low caliber of man is all you could get, possibly due to your insecurity with weight or whatever it is. So you accepted and kept going after that type of man, and that type of man dogged you out. Guess what? It's called bad boys, and they in every race of group. Ask some white women about the bad boys they been with. Ask some Mexican women about the bad boys they been with. They're in every group. Okay, you chose that type of man because you could pull a quality black man. Those just ain't the ones that you wanted and were attracted to. Flat out. Choose better, do better. Don't try and throw the whole race of black men under the bus just because your ass don't know how to pick a good one. And get your ass off TV with that basically racist bullshit. You're doing white supremacy's job for them, you dummy. And you know better than that. But just to try and protect your own self, your own ego, your own feelings, your own insecurities, you want to use these racially charged, negative, dog whistle terms in the public. It's not acceptable, and that's why I do not support you anymore. Like, you have really just irked my entire nerves because you really wasn't even that funny to begin with on the show. Like, I could have already took you or left you. But I'm just not interested in watching it. And y'all other ladies who's on the show with Loni Love, don't be scared to check her when she is out of line or saying something that you don't agree with or that you know is wrong. And I don't care if she bring up slavery or not. Just because she bring up slavery don't mean that she knows the end all be all concerning slavery just because she's black. No, fuck her. Fuck her and her bullshit. Flat out. And sorry for all my cursing. It's just that I'm passionate about the stuff, and this stuff just really is pissing me off and getting on my nerves. Because guess what? I know a lot of black men. I have a black father. I had 2 black grandfathers. Which, by the way, are all married. My father's married to my mother. My grandfather's was married to my grandmother's till they died, okay? I have one living grandfather right now who took great care of my grandma her entire life. And my father has taken great care of my mother my entire life. I have a brother who takes great care of his wife. I have sisters who have great husbands. So when y'all want to make these broad judgments about single parent homes, it's false. The majority of black households are not single parent, okay? The majority of households are not under never been wed, okay? The majority of black men are not abandoning or walking on their children. All of my sister's husbands are right there in the home with them and their children, okay? They are good fathers. They're good men. So that is why I have a different opinion and approach and come at this a different way, because I have positive, great black men in my life who have been an example of black excellence. Well, and matter of fact, we ain't even got to praise what they're doing. Who have been an example that, no, it's black men who do the right thing, who marry and take care of their children. I have a lot of black nephews, and I also have a black son. So no, I am not going to demonize or hate black men myself, and I am not going to allow anyone else to demonize or hate black men. Because when you do that, you talking about my son, you talking about my father, you talking about my brother, you talking about my nephew, you talking about my granddad, you talking about my brother-in-laws. And that's where I have a problem and draw a line at, because those are your experiences. Speak to your experiences of the men in your life that you know. But that's not every household in America. That's not every household in the world. That's not even every household in your community, okay? That is your experiences. So allow other people to be able to speak to theirs, which mine is all black men are not dogs, cheaters, womanizers, abusers, broke, and all of that. All the men in my life that I know, they work very hard, okay? Very hard workers. Family men are responsible, take accountability, are loving, are nurturing, are protective. So stop doing that. And guess what? I have dated a guy who was trash. And I never once, I have dated more than one guy who was trash. But I'm trying to stay away from him. Hey, I'll take that date. The minute I get them red flags, see them hints and stuff, I'll be like, yeah, time to shut this down. But anyway, I have never once thought like, oh, black men are trash just because this relationship didn't work out. Oh, black men are trash just because I liked him, he didn't like me back. Oh, black men are trash or because I seen him with a white woman. Black men, like, no, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? Like, grow up. Stop taking your own insecurities and what help you sleep better at night because of your hate and internalization of rejection out on all black men. So anyway, that's how I feel about Loni. She needs to shut up. I don't want to hear another thing come out her mouth about a black man. You ain't even with one. Stop thinking about him, worry about him. Oh, and the other thing, because if you think that that white man that you're with will never cheat on you, you a damn fool. You stupid. And you're going to have your heart broken possibly one day. Okay? Because I don't wish that on you. I don't want that for you. But I'm just saying, if you think that white men don't cheat, you're a fool. If you think all white men are in a household, ask how many white women are single mothers, sweetheart. Ask how many of them got their child's father is in prison or their husband is in prison. Ask them how many of them he's sitting on the couch playing PlayStation. Like, y'all, I don't know if maybe y'all being brainwashed by the media yourselves, or just through y'all personal life, y'all have these negative viewpoints about black men, and y'all think that it's all of them. It's not. Like, it's a lot of Asian men sitting at home playing games while their wife is working. It's a lot of single Asian mothers. Like, that, the things that y'all be mentioning are not race-specific things. They are gender-specific things. They are character-specific things. Stop trying to just put it as one race is just prone, the one race of men is prone to be one way, where other races of men are prone to be differently, because it's just not true. Go look up statistics before you make statements like that. Go open up your door. Go to some different neighborhoods. Ask some different girlfriends about their experiences, okay? And how about going forward, instead of going for that same type of guy that you normally date that has broken your heart or used you, abused you, whatever, try the one that you be passing up all the time. How about try and give him a chance? And then you will be able to have experienced something different than what you have that is giving you this skewed viewpoint about all men or a certain race of men. That's all. Bye.